In the previous episodes, I fixed the engine knock and other mechanical issues. This final episode is all about the details. The small things that will refresh how this car looks and feels. Let's make a quick list and get started. Let's begin with a walk around and note everything that needs to be rectified. Like this fog lamp, which is completely missing, the front bumper, which is fallen out on both sides and damaged on the left side. The roof is faded. The exterior B-peelers are faded or damaged on both sides. And this window trim is also damaged. Front fender liner is missing. AC control panel buttons are sticking and the shifter will not shift into sport mode. The car is pretty dirty and need a detail inside and outside. The master window switch is broken and will not move windows. Let's switch all of the lights on and see which ones are not working.
This one works. Not working. Good. Not working.
Now, since I have a full list of remaining issues, I went ahead and ordered all of the parts. This front bumper bracket is completely missing. Let's go through the list, rectifying things one by one. Side marker light didn't work because the bulb just fell into the headlamp, and when I got it out, I just reinstalled it and it worked. found this headlight bulb on my toolbox. It works for now, but later it will stop working and I will have to replace it again. Now the front end is finished, but that low beam headlight bulb is not working again, but no worries, I replace it later. Let's move to the back. Somehow I managed to cut my thumb, so be careful. This contact looks burnt, but I cleaned it and it worked just fine. The B-peelers look pretty ugly and I could have just replaced them with the new ones, but it was much easier and cheaper to just install these stickers. The result was great, just make sure you clean the surface with some alcohol, this way they will not fly away on the highway. Next is the ground wire for ignition coil number 2. The ring terminal is missing and I temporarily made it work. Now it's time for a permanent fix. All other grounds are incorrectly installed under the stud, so I will be fixing that too. The wire is short and easy to replace, so I decided to replace it instead of repairing. I couldn't find my terminal removal tool, so I had to improvise with some small nails. It worked the same way. Now the shift cable. Because shifter felt loose and I couldn't shift to sport mode, I found the shift cable bushing was modified by someone before and the bolt head was rubbing on the transmission, preventing it from shifting into sport mode. I replaced it with good parts and it fixed the issue. AC control panel buttons were stuck and it's pretty annoying when you can't turn on your AC and it's 100 degrees outside. I tried soaking it with some glass cleaner, but it didn't help and I had to remove all of the buttons and clean them individually. master window switch has to be replaced because plastic buttons are physically broken. There is not much to talk about here, just needs to be replaced. It's time to get her clean. There are only a few items left to complete. Notice that headlamp, it works now. I disconnected the battery just in case and used a dish soap because it should act as a degreaser, and it actually worked pretty well. And I ran out of purple power, which I normally use for engine cleaning. Trunk floorboard was missing, and instead there was this wooden board. Now quick interior detail. Unfortunately, I don't have any fancy steamers or other tools for interior cleaning, so I have to use good old methods. And last is polishing. On this bumper I had to do little wet sand first, but then I polished it and it looked not perfect, but much better. One more car reborn. I can't wait for another project. Follow for more.